If you're not making videos for your business because you think it takes too long, then today you're going to find out the fastest way to make videos. Hey, I'm Francesca from Get Ahead Media. And people often say to me that they don't have time to make videos for their business because it takes too long. And I get it. When you're learning a new skill, it does take a while until you find your groove. So today I'm going to put to the test the process of making a video on a DSLR or a phone to see which is faster and easier. So I'm going to be using my iPhone 6S with a GorillaPod and a Rode SmartLav. And then I'm also going to be using the Canon 60D, Canon 50mm lens, Rode video mic. This is my first setup when I started shooting on DSLR and I still use it today. So each video is going to be 30 seconds long for each camera. It's going to be one setup, which is a piece to camera, and two other cutaways will be provided. So let's see how fast they can get set up. Massive difference, about 20 seconds. But if you start adding that up, if you're doing multiple shots, it is going to add up to, a minute or so. So not a big difference between the iPhone and the DSLR in terms of setup time. The longest time probably took was setting up the exposure and the color balance, which is so important. Get it right first time, and then you don't have to worry about fixing it when you're editing. So moving on to the editing phase, putting our 30-second clip together with two cutaways that have already been provided and a track of music. The DSLR, we're going to get the footage out of that and into the computer and edit in Final Cut Pro. And for the iPhone, we're going to edit in lumafusion. So let's see which is faster and how much faster it is. So almost 15 minutes. Now it doesn't sound like a lot of time, but what is that in terms of your business? Maybe it's a quick coffee catch up with a client, which might be quite vital to your income. And if you start doing 2 or 3 videos a week, then there's 45 minutes you spent doing one activity rather than another. Now of course what you're wondering is, well, what does the final product look like? Absolutely, I get it. There's plenty of videos out there showing a comparison between a DSLR and an iPhone, and that's not what this video was about. But let's check out how each of the final videos ended up. Hey, Francesca here from Get Ahead Media, and today I'm talking about whether or not you should be zooming on your phone. Now, a little disclaimer, this isn't for those of you on an iPhone 7 Plus, as you have a dual lens for this purpose. Now, if you have a zoom function on your phone, do you think you should be using it? Well, the answer is no, and here's why. What you're doing is just enlarging the picture, and what that does is make it more distorted and pixelated. So what should you be doing instead? Well, simply get closer to the thing it is you want to film. That way you'll get a nice crisp and clear image. Hey, I'm Francesca from Get Ahead Media, and today I'm talking about whether or not you should be zooming on your phone. Now, a bit of a disclaimer, this isn't for those of you on an iPhone 7 Plus, as you have a dual lens for this purpose. Now, if your phone has a zoom function, should you be using it? The answer is no, and here's why. When you zoom in using your phone, it enlarges the picture, and what that does is make it more distorted and pixelated. So what should you be doing instead? Well, simply get closer to the thing it is you want to film. That way you'll end up with a nice crisp and clear image. So those videos didn't have any color grading done to them, they didn't have anything done to the audio. That was literally the files that came out of the DSLR or out of the phone, spliced together to make an end product, added a track of music, and that was it. So you can see the difference. Obviously you've got a much shallower depth of field, nice blurry background with the DSLR, whereas you don't get that with the iPhone. You have a bit more contrast and color with the DSLR, and once again, not so much with the phone. But if you're trying to connect with your audience, the color and the depth of field isn't necessarily what's important to your video. It's saying what needs to be said, having eye contact. That's what's going to connect you with your audience. So if it's quicker to make those videos on a phone, why not do that? Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment below. I'd love to know your thoughts. Do you make videos on your phone? Do you make it on DSLR? Do you believe that, how much quicker that phones are? I'd love to hear what you have to say about this video. So please put a comment below and I will see you again next week.